Hello, this is Kemet Prince 1 here. I just want to talk to you black people and everyone that wants to listen about why your schools have failed you, why your science has failed you, why your beliefs have failed you, and why you failed yourself. Let me start by saying that science, medicine, mathematics, they are all cultural languages. Therefore, you cannot have culture without a science. You cannot have culture without a medicine. Medicine is a way of culture. Just like there is not one type of food, there is not one type of music, and there certainly isn't one type of medicine. Or one type of science for that matter. Chinese medicine is totally different from Western medicine. Fact. You can look it up. The Chinese deal with meridians and specific points. The Asians deal with chakras. What do Africans deal with? Tell me. What I'm trying to say is that black people in the diaspora, I live in London, and on the continent, have to start to understand which cultural lenses they're looking through. Let me give you an example. If you go to the doctor and you say something is wrong with you, if you're a black person in London or in the United States, they would measure you under a European standard, which is physiologically different from yourself. Therefore, you would not receive an accurate diagnosis. Simply, I'm saying to people, everyone that's listening now, know thyself and know whose culture you are living through. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, blacks, we've lost a lot of our culture anyway through the slave trade, through invasions. Yet, you can say that, yes, you can say that. But at the same time, so much of our culture has been preserved through the museums, if you go back to Egypt now, which was called Kemet, you can see everything. They've even will tell you that Imhotep, who was really the father of medicine, performed the first brain surgery way before Hippocrates. What I'm trying to say is that the African culture was always different, and that's why we're suffering here in the West, simply because we've adopted someone else's culture. You see, once people can find their niche and find their culture, then they will be in balance. But you see, many African people don't even realize that the food that they're putting in their mouth is not even, or does not even have an affinity with the cells in their body. You see, back in ancient Africa, if they were to tell you that you didn't drink milk, you never ate pork or beef, you would think he's lying. But the truth is, we didn't. Our bodies were alkaline, therefore we had a high intake of green vegetables. If you look at the mummies in the tombs that they found in Egypt, none of them had cavities or fillings. You see, what I'm trying to say is that when you live in your original culture, it benefits you in such a substantial way that your whole body will metamorphosize. So ask yourself today, whose cultural lenses are you looking through? That's a question I want to pose to everyone on the YouTube. Whose cultural lens are you looking through? Because if I'm a black man who's looking through a Chinese person's cultural lens, I'm going to be living like a Chinese person, and I'm not Chinese. You see what I'm trying to say? So know thyself. Hotep.